Welcome, this is Gradius and another quick and dirty rebuild. This time around we're going to be doing the Arizona Cardinals. What is a quick and dirty rebuild? Well, basically it is a one episode rebuild of a team, rebuilding them and leading them to the first Super Bowl win in the history, if you want to put it that way, of the team. At least starting at the 2022 season. So a race to the Super Bowl, and quick and dirty means it does need to be realistic, but we are not going to be a stickler for rules right here. Anyhow, we are going to be doing the Arizona Cardinals, who are a mixed bunch, to put it lightly. They do have quite a lot of talent in their squad, but there is also a lot of areas that need rebuilding. We're going to start with the quarterback, of course, Kyler Murray here, 25 years old, 84 overall, superstar depth trait. It's a very, very good quarterback to start with, that much is for sure, because I have found rebuilds to be way easier if you've got a good quarterback, because that just makes a world of a difference. It doesn't have to be, but it is one of those factors that really play into the whole picture. Colt McCoy is also there, Trace McSorley, there we go. But of course, we're going to be using Kyler Murray here. Halfback is James Conner, 27 years old, 81 overall, star depth trait. A very solid choice here at that position. Maybe not the best to have, but I don't really mind that too much. It's a good starting position. Darrell Williams, same thing, 74 overall. I'm not unhappy with him, but he's more of a decent choice. And then we've got Eno Benjamin, Jonathan Ward, and finally, what a name with a lot of pronouns, Keontae Ingram. There we go. That's a rookie. He's out of USC. So the running room, not that great, but of course, not starting from a terrible position. Just a quick reminder, in the Miami Dolphins franchise, our best ranked halfback was a 77 overall at the beginning of the season. So that was a bit of a blow right there. And he was 29, so there you go. Next up, no fullback, not to worry. Then we've got Deandre Hopkins at 96 overall. Interestingly enough, he does not have a superstar depth trait or a superstar X factor anymore. He's only a star depth trait, number 4 ranked wide receiver in the league. I think he has been banned from playing right now for, I don't know what his infringement was, but he's a very, very good one. So we're going to count on him, of course. We've got Marquise Brown in there, 25 years old, 84 overall, fantastic prospect. We've got AJ Green, 34 years old, 80 overall, Randall Moore, who is 79 overall, 22. I think he's got a star depth trait. Yes, he's a fantastic wide receiver. And one that is really great to have in the squad. He's so young and he will get so good over time, especially with the star depth trait. We've got Andy Isabella, we've got Antoine Wesley, we've got Greg Dortch, and there's a lot of players in there that are going to be practice squad players or that will be cut. We are seeing the preseason roster, so we are starting pretty early in the season. Tight end, of course, is Zach Ertz. He is a veteran. He was with the Eagles and then he transferred to the Cardinals. I'm not unhappy with him, but then again, this is a position that we definitely need to work on because at 31 and 84 normal depth trait, he will start regressing quite heavily. Max Williams is behind him, 28 years old, 76. Trey McBride, a rookie out of Colorado College. He does have a normal depth trait as well, 73 overall, but we'll see. Maybe he will grow into a starting tight end over time. He certainly has the age going for him. Steven Anderson is there, David Wells, Dion Yelder, and Aaron Brewer. So a lot of cutting material, especially Aaron Brewer with a 32-32. I mean, whatever is that? I don't know. I don't know what Aaron Brewer did to the Madden ratings guy, but that is just horrendous. Left tackle, DJ Humphries, 28 years old, 75 overall. Joshua Miles and Coda Martin are also in the mix here. That is a position that we definitely need to improve over time. At the moment, we'll just start the season, go with DJ Humphries, but as time progresses, we'll need to improve that. Left guard, Justin Pugh, 32-79. Justin Murray and Marquise Hayes are also in the mix. Also a position that really direly needs an improvement. At center, we've got Rodney Hudson, who is great, 89 overall, superstar depth trait, but he's 33 years old. Yeah, quite similar to Teron Armstead in the Dolphins franchise. he's great right now, but he will be declining over time. So we will need a new center here. Sean Harlow behind him, definitely no replacement. Will Hernandez is injured, so we've got Elisita Smith and Danny Isidora, 62-61. Terrible if you ask me. Right tackle is Kelvin Beachum Jr. Then we've got Josh Jones and Eric Smith. So Kelvin Beachum Jr., again, 32 years old, 73 overall. The offensive line is abysmal. The defense is another story. We've got J.J. Watt here, 33 years old, 87 overall. Same thing. I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's a superstar, but he is no player for the future. So that's a position where we need to improve. Right edge, Zack Allen, 25-72. Michael Dogbane, Jonathan Ledbetter also in the mix here. D-tackle is Leki Fotu, 24 years old, 68 overall. 23-65 is Rashard Lawrence, there we go. And Matt Dickerson is the third D-tackle. Finally, we've got left outside linebacker Marcus Golden here, 31 years old, 78. Cameron Thomas is a rookie. Jesse Luketa is a rookie. Victor Dimukeje and Jesse Lemonnier. Mid linebacker Isaiah Simmons. And these are the first two players that I really like at defense because they're young. They're going to improve over time. Isaiah Simmons is a super interesting start F trait. Pretty happy with this one. Zaven Collins, same thing. Also start F trait, 23 years old. Bit of a weird game face, but okay. Then we've got Nick Vigil, we've got Ben Neiman. These are all, I don't know, just reserve players, all on the older side, and definitely no players that we're going to use in the future. Devon Kennard, 31 years old, 74 overall. Dennis Gardeck, and then Myjay Sanders. That is a horrible team build-up right there. Cornerback is 24 years old. Byron Murphy Jr. is CB1. Josh Jackson is CB2 with a 70 overall. Marco Wilson, 68. And then we've got a bunch of old players again. 29 years old, 27 years old. And the thing about Madden is that in reality, these players might be awesome. Antonio Hamilton might be a staple of the Arizona Cardinals franchise, but this is the game that I have to use, and I have to follow the game's rules. And I've been seeing it over and over again. There are players that are fantastic in real life, or that are at least good at what they're doing in real life, and in Madden they're absolute trash. A player like this, 67 overall, 29, you can basically drop him instantly. He will not even help you one bit. Free safeties, Jalen Thompson, 24 years old, 79. Deontay Thompson is also a free safety. James Wiggins, strong safety. Buda Baker, 26 years old, 92 overall, superstar depth trait. That is great. Pretty happy to have him on my roster for once and not playing against him, because he is a pain, I can tell you. Charles Washington. Kicker is Matt Prater. Punters, Andy Lee. And then we've got the draft picks. We are picking quite late, actually, all over the board. 23 is the first pick. 55, 87, 119. So I don't think that we will be that prolific in the draft. All right, with that done, we are going to sim towards the end of the season. See you then, and then we will start rebuilding in off-season. All right, here we are at the end of the 2022 regular season. We're at 8-9. We are in the second spot in the NFC West, behind the Los Angeles Rams. Let's take a quick look at how the season went. We started out with 3 losses against the Chiefs, Raiders, and Rams. Then a win against the Panthers, then a loss against the Eagles, win against the Seahawks, loss against the Saints, 2 wins in a row against the Vikings and the Seahawks, then losing again against the Rams, 2 wins against the 49ers and Chargers, 3 losses in a row and 2 wins in a row against the Patriots, Broncos, Buccaneers, Falcons, and then the 49ers ending the regular season on a high. All right. That were the results. We are not in the playoff bracket. I would be surprised. Yeah, no, we're not in the playoff bracket, but that is okay with me, because that means that we can sim past the offseason, past the Super Bowl. All right, what a Super Bowl. Actually, maybe not far away from reality. The Buffalo Bills won against the Los Angeles Rams. Super Bowl MVP was Josh Allen. Coach of the Year for the Bengals, Zach Taylor. Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen. Well, that's no surprise, obviously. Then we've got Defensive Player of the Year for the Rams, Leonard Floyd. Rookie of the Year, Jameson Williams. Maybe not surprising as well, Aiden Hutchinson for the Lions. I just want to take a look at how the season went for our key players. So I'm going to be taking a look at Kyler Murray, for instance. I want to see what happened with him, how many yards he got, 3,571 yards, 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Actually a little bit worse compared to the season before. Completion rate going down. That is interesting. We will, of course, try to turn that luck around, in quotation marks, of course. James Conner, our running back, how many yards did he get, for instance, in comparison? 840, which actually got better. I mean, his 2018 season was awesome, obviously, but then second season for the Arizona Cardinals, not too bad. Fullback, nothing. Let's see, what did DeAndre Hopkins produce? He actually went down already. He is 93. Let's see, 985 yards, which is slightly better than this 2021 season, but not even close to the seasons before. He's now similar to 2016, which was also not the greatest season. Our wide receiver one, I was expecting more from him. Marquise Brown, how many did he get? We will have to take care of those player upgrades in a second. 1,247, right? Maybe there was an injury involved right there, but definitely something that we will have to keep in mind and keep in, of course, in our view. I will now be heading through off-season week by week. Starting with staff week, nothing to do here. I will be upgrading staff off-screen, upgrading players off-screen, and then we will see each other again at the player renegotiation screen. 17 players are up for renegotiations. Let us see who is up. We've got J.J. Watt, we've got Byron Murphy, Jalen Thompson, Justin Pugh, Marcus Golden, Max Williams, DJ Humphries, Devin Kennard, Zack Allen, Will Hernandez, Andy Isabella, Kingsley Keke, Michael Dogbe, Matt Dickerson. All right, so quite a few players are up for contract negotiations. Number one, I don't think I'll be giving a new contract to JJ Watt. He does want a one-year deal, but I'm not really feeling that too much. I will give Byron Murphy Jr. a new contract, of course. I want to keep him around. I think he's a great player to have. All right, he wants to go for free agency. That works for me. I'm not going to be over pressuring anybody here. Let's go with this, a 5-year deal. All right, so we have secured the free safety. Justin Pugh, nope. Marcus Golden, nope. Max Williams, nope. DJ Humphries, nope. Devin Kennard, nope. Zack Allen, right edge, 74 overall. I think I will be keeping him around because I think we want to have a backup. And he's one of those backups for me that I'm not going to think too much about. Andy Isabella, 72 rated, 26-year-old. Nope. Kingsley Keke at left edge. I think it's a similar situation. I think I'll just go with him because he's super cheap. And we're just going to offer him 4 years. He will not hurt us. Okay, he's not interested in signing. Doesn't matter too much. Michael Dogbe, Matt Dickerson, Jonathan Ledbetter at right edge. He's 25. Sean Harlow, Joshua Miles. Yeah, we're not going to re-sign anybody else. Actually, we're going to be super tough now. In the second round of free agency, we are offering contracts to quite a few players to bolster our squad even further. We're offering a contract to Chris Boswell. He's a kicker. We're offering an offer to Jake Bailey, punter. Julian Love would be a backup strong safety behind Buda Baker. Greedy Williams, long-term deal offer. I really would like to bring him into the squad. Dwayne Smoot is a short-term option here at left edge. Clelin Farrell, 26 years old, would get a longer contract. He would be the best ranked right outside linebacker. Maybe he would improve, but for the moment, I think this is a solid choice. And then we've also got Trysten Hill, at D tackle, also to bolster that position, just push us a little bit forward. We have already signed the following 4 players. We've signed Saquon Barkley, Eric McCoy, Irv Smith, and Bryce Huff. Stage 3 of 3. We've signed Saquon Barkley already, Irv Smith Jr. unchanged, Eric McCoy. We have signed the one smooth Bryce Huff, was also there before. We signed Trysten Hill, we signed Clelin Ferrell, Greedy Williams, Julian Love, Chris Boswell, and Jake Bailey. Super happy with all of these. I will now be just taking a look at which players we might still bring in. We have active negotiations unlimited now, which means we can just go ahead, go absolutely crazy on these offers here. Also, again, I love the option to take a look at which players have gone to which teams. That's always interesting to see. Deal done. We are sending our halfback, James Conner, 2 other halfbacks to the Bills. We're receiving 2 picks, 2nd and 3rd round pick for this year's draft. We're sending DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Wilkerson to the Lions, receiving TJ Hockenson, tight end, Mike Hughes, cornerback, and a 3rd round pick. We're going to go with this. All right, another deal done. We are sending Zach Ertz, our tight end, Lemonier, and Gardeck to the Chargers. We're just receiving picks. The 2nd round, 6th, and 7th round pick. Time for the draft recap. We have picked quite a few players. That was the intention, of course. We went for Jordan Addison in the 1st round, a hidden depth trait, rookie out of USC, 76 overall. Looking quite promising with a high speed and quite a few nice core attributes. Still a lot of improvements there to be had, but overall quite happy. Broderick Jones, right tackle. We had to get a lot of players for the offensive line. We were missing so many players there, so we just got a few tackles, guards. The rookie out of Ultradram, Jared Patterson, hidden depth trait, 75 overall. Already the 16th ranked center in the game. He will be slotting right in. We have DeJuan Jones, 23-year-old rookie out of Ohio State, 73 overall. Strength, run block, power, pass block, finesse, and awareness. Already pretty well developed, but also more to be had here. Of course, Robert Scott Jr., a rookie out of Florida State, 64 overall. Left tackle, strength was high. That was positive. Then we have Zach Zinter, who surprised me, 22-year-old rookie out of Michigan, 69 overall, strength, impact blocking, and lead block. Normal depth trait right there. We've got Andre Carter Jr., normal depth trait rookie out of the Army, 65 overall, left outside linebacker, just adding a bit more depth at that position. We've got Spencer Bushrod, normal depth trait, 66 overall, strength is high, acceleration is also high, D tackle. He will be just bolstering our depth. And same thing for the others. We've got Cam Steele in the 5th round, who we picked, and surprise, surprise, a hidden depth trait, so you might want to remember that one. A rookie out of Wisconsin, 69 overall, but high speed, acceleration, catching, agility, pretty interesting prospect. So there we go. We also have Antoine Thompson, 6th round pick, Najee Pryor, 6th round pick, Jaquez Moorhead, and Josh Herrera, tight end, in the 7th round. So quite a few picks right there. We're going to jump to the beginning of the new season, then take a look at the roster. This is the team that we're going to start the season with now. We have made quite a few changes, especially to the offensive line. We're still not where I want us to be, of course. But there were so many improvements, exciting things happening. The trades worked quite well, I have to say. So now we are going to start left tackle. It's Jones there. We've got Patterson at left guard with the hidden depth trait. Excited about that one. Now we've got Eric McCoy at center. We've got Jones here at right guard. We've got another Jones, so that's 3 Jones players at right tackle. TJ Hockenson and Irv Smith Jr., Trey McBride are going to be our tight end core. Then I'm especially excited about our wide receiving core, Marquise Brown, Randall Moore. Then we've got James Addison down here with a hidden depth trait. Cam Steele with another hidden depth trait. Irv Smith is also filling the fullback position. We've got Saquon Barkley at the running back position. Kyler Murray is our quarterback. The defense still has a few rough edges. I'm fully aware of that, but over time, I want to see where we can get naturally. Clelin Ferrell, I think we can get him into the 80s. Sanders over here at left outside linebacker. We might even go with Jesse Luketa. I am truly questioning that one because it's not that much in between these two. We've got Thompson over here at free safety and Wiggins behind him. I have these two fantastic players here, Budda Baker and Derwin James Jr. I just slapped an offer into free agency at the last minute. It is quite a hefty offer, to be honest, but I will be changing him over to a free safety. I want to keep Budda Baker here at strong safety, and Derwin James Jr. Is just a fantastic guy. We can use him as trade capital because we are very, very clearly over the salary cap. Don't care too much about that though, because with him switching over to free safety, I think we are really in a very, very good position. Looking at the defense, mid linebackers are absolutely brilliant. Left outside linebacker and right outside linebacker, maybe not yet. But a strong safety, free safety, fantastic. Corners, I'm super happy. Greedy Williams, Mike Hughes, those were trades. We've got Bryce Huff here. We've got Trysten Hill. We've got DeJuan Smoot. So we aren't badly set. The special teams are set with Jake Bailey, Chris Boswell. That works as well. The specialists are set. We are ready to head into the next season. We're going to reveal a lot of hidden depth traits here, but I think what the Arizona Cardinals needed was a completely fresh restart and a rebuild because they had so many aging players. There was no chance that you could just continue that as it was. So now we're going to head towards the next offseason, see where fate takes us, and then we are going to head into the second round, of course, of rebuilding this team. All right, we're at the end of the 2023 regular season, and we stand at 5-12. And to be honest, I was kind of expecting that. We are just in the middle of a rebuilding process. We had too many aging players that we couldn't replace adequately all at once. So this is more or less a ongoing process. We had 5 wins, which is okay. But we had quite a few losses, especially that losing streak towards the end is a little bit worrisome, and also it's going to push down morale quite a bit. I would like to take a look at the roster. Let's see if we have revealed any depth traits, and if so, which depth traits we can see. All right, so Patterson did not reveal his depth trait. He only played 193 snaps. That is not great. I was hoping for something else, but he has gone up to an 80 already, almost eclipsing Eric McCoy. So I might even go for a trade here or something like that, because yeah, well, Patterson should be able to go ahead here. Jones, Zinter, and the other Jones not really going up too much. We've got Jones here. What is going on here? Why is Kyler Murray not here? And where is Saquon Barkley? Well, that is not too good. We're gonna take a look here. We have revealed James Addison. That is good. What about defense? Is there anything else going on here? Not really. We have pushed up some of these players. Cameron Thomas did go up a little bit. Budda Baker. But morale has taken a dip overall. All right. Oh, Kyler Murray's injured. All right, that sucks. Torn labrum out for one more week. He seems to have been out. So that is worrisome. Next, all right, Saquon Barkley has injured himself as well. What is that? Broken hand out for one. So that seems to have been an injury that's been going on for some time as well. So no wonder we haven't been doing that well. Wide receivers are, of course, down on morale. Same with the tight ends. Left tackle, left guard, Marquise Hayes, Eric McCoy. Actually put Jared Patterson there. I think we can think about trading Eric McCoy if we have Jared Patterson there. He's almost up there. Right guard, Zach Center, DeJuan Jones, Broderick Jones. All right. Left edge, DeJuan Smoot, Stowbridge. There's still a lot of work to be done here, but I actually think that we could And the ones with 28, so we don't have to be too rash here. We've got two solid D tackles actually. Left outside linebacker is a position that is not that well set. Mid linebacker is solid. Right outside linebacker could use a little bit of an upgrade as well. Cornerback is absolutely unproblematic. Free safety is set very well. But we've got Jalen Thompson, so we've got two elite players here. One is elite at the moment. That's Derwin James. Jalen Thompson. We're gonna maybe start trading some players because we are over the salary cap, and that is a problem, especially in the long run. We need to do something here. We're going to move ahead now towards free agency and all that. You can see that we're over the salary cap. Here's that we need to renegotiate with Michael Menet, Jack Cohn are definitely no-goes. But then we've got TJ Hockenson, we've got Kyler Murray, we've got Marquise Brown. Then a few other players that are not as crucial, but yeah. So these two are definitely in my plans for the future. Both are quite expensive, so that is quite clear. Let's take a look here. Kyler Murray does want to re-sign with us, so his interest level is super high. That is great. I will be giving him a big deal. All right, low risk. All right, so that's great. Kyler Murray re-signs with us. That is fantastic. TJ Hockenson would also be great because he is not that old yet, but he will definitely be a big part of this offense. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal because I think that should be enough. All right, so TJ Hockenson and Kyler Murray have re-signed. Michael Menet, don't really think that we need him. Jack Cohn, same thing. Marquise Brown, I want to keep him around because he is a player that I think will be quite important for us. 19.1 mil. We are closing down here the salary cap pretty quickly. We're going to give him, I think we're going to give him a 3-year deal. Let's see what happens. All right, another 3-year deal done. Cap room 17 mil still to go. Lecky Fotu, D tackle, 26 years old, 73. Josh Jones, 27, right tackle. Eno Benjamin. There's quite a few players here that aren't bad, but then again, I'm not quite sure how far they will be pushing us into the future. I will be taking a look here. So Michael Menet is a no. Jack Cohn is a big no. Lecky Photo, 26, D tackle. Not quite sure. I think I'm gonna keep him because he is not expensive. We will be giving him a 4-year deal. Let's see. All right, not interested. Right, that is that done. Josh Jones, right tackle, age 27. I think as a backup he is serviceable, definitely. So let's just keep him around. All right, so he's not interested either. Eno Benjamin, 25 years old. He was sort of carrying the running game, to be honest. We're going to give him a 5-year deal, going to bump that a little bit. All right, so Eno Benjamin resigns with us. That is positive. And then we've got Rashard Lawrence, also 25 years old at D tackle. He is a player that I just hope to keep around as a backup. All right, so that is good. These players I will be letting go. First trade done. We are sending our center Eric McCoy to the Saints. We are receiving Trevor Penning, a left tackle. That's a position that we direly needed to improve. Since we have hardly any cap space left, we've got no room to maneuver at the moment. I think I will be accepting one of these offers. I'm a bit torn between Jalen Carter, but I think I'll be going with Elgton Jenkins, second and a 4th round pick here. Sadly, Buda Baker has to be let go, but he's just earning too much. He's in his last year, and I doubt we will be able to re-sign him, which is why we're going to go for the offer by the Patriots. Do a quick draft recap. We had a few positions that we really needed to fill, and then quite a few that we just filled because we just could. So Taylor Barkley was the first pick in the first round, the 6th overall pick. I went for a left outside linebacker. We really needed an improvement at that position. I think we got a future player that will be progressing quite nicely. He's out of Miami, the 23-year-old rookie with a normal depth rate, 74 overall. That is good. We needed an edge rusher as well. Dwayne Spillman, 74 overall rookie out of Oklahoma. I think we can work him quite well into our team as well. Also has that hidden depth trait. Really looking forward to that one. We needed a backup QB, 65 overall normal depth trait. I already checked. Sam Thurston, normal depth trait out of Oregon, 61 overall. Also just a backup. We needed that. Mid linebacker Jeremiah Fields. He's a 65 overall normal depth trait out of Ohio State. A few nice core attributes sprinkled in there, but nothing too crazy. Another corner, Tyron Hayden, normal depth trait, 66 overall, not too bad. He's quite quick. Speed, acceleration, agility are good. Jumping as well. And then finally, our 7th round pick was Anthony Fowler out of Clemson, a free safety, 64 overall as well. You might notice that we have no 3rd round picks. I think we had 2 2nd round and 2 3rd round picks or something like that. I traded those away for next year. We just didn't need the players right now. So with that done, we're going to head into the next season. Take a look at the squad there. Time for a quick look at the roster before we head into regular season. Kyler Murray is our franchise QB. Of course, we tagged him with a long-term deal. Kenny Wayne behind him, a rookie as the backup. The halfback room is looking quite nice, led by Saquon Barkley, Eno Benjamin, Harold Conrad, and G. Pryor are in the mix here. No fullback. The wide receivers led by Marquise Brown, our wide receiver 1, Randall Moore, Jordan Addison, Cam Steele, and Josie Irons are here. Tight end TJ Hockenson leading Irv Smith Jr. and Trey McBride into the future. Trevor Penning is our new left tackle. He's followed by Robert Scott Jr. Left guard Elgton Jenkins. We switched him over because we needed a stronger player here. Marquis Hayes can't develop in peace and quiet behind him. At center, we've got Jared Patterson, the rookie from last year's picks. Sam Thurston is his backup. Right guard Zach Center. I am going with this player here. He is young. He's 23 years old, 73. I think he's doing well. He has such high strength, impact blocking. I do want to give him a chance. He's only 23. Let's see what will happen over the course of this season. Right tackle DeJuan Jones, same thing. He's 24 years old, 77 overall. Really liking the look of this player. He's looking pretty well rounded, and I definitely want to hold on to him. Left edge, we've got DeJuan Smoot and Twan Thompson behind him, and then Jason Stowbridge. I think that DeJuan Smoot is in his final year with us. He is a bridge player, but Antoine Thompson might be the follow-up. We have to see how far he can develop this year. Right edge, we've got Bryce Huff, Zack Allen, and Dwayne Spillman. I am actually thinking of making Dwayne Spillman the starter at left edge and trading DeJuan Smoot straight away. I'll have to make up my mind about that. Next up, D-tackle Trysten Hill, who's really gone up. He's an 81 overall now, really liking him. Rashard Lawrence, same thing. Spencer Bushrod behind them. Left outside linebacker Cameron Thomas is sadly injured, but he will be back in the mix as soon as he's fit again. Taylor Barkley, 75 overall, 23 years old as well, with a normal depth trait, but the rookie is looking very nice at that position. We drafted him specifically to bring him into the mix here. Andre Carter Jr. is also here. Mid linebackers, Isaiah Simmons is a superstar now. Zaven Collins, both in the last year of their contracts. This might be tricky to re-sign them. Jeremiah Fields, also in the mix. Right outside linebacker, Myjai Sanders. Alani McDougall. Then we've got cornerbacks Mike Hughes, Greedy Williams, Marco Wilson, Rayleigh Texada, and Tyrone Hayden. Free safety, Jalen Thompson, maybe my free safety number 1. Behind him, Anthony Fowler, the rookie. And then strong safety, Derwin James Sr. switching back over here to replace Buda Baker. Julian Love behind him with an 80 overall. Chris Boswell still the kicker. And the punter is still Jake Bailey. We are at the end of the 2024 regular season. And as you can see, we improved slightly, 7-10, but we're still not exactly where I want us to be, of course. So here we go. We're going to take a look here at the results. We had a win to begin the season, then quite a few losses in a row here. Then a 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, then again 2 losses, a win, loss, win, loss, loss. All right, so we ended with a loss against the Dolphins. That makes me a little bit happy since I'm doing the franchise with the Dolphins, but overall I'm of course not too happy, because this means yeah, we have not had the most successful season. Quite a few players are ready to negotiate. Randall Moore, Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins, Dewan Smoot, Victor Demu, KJ, Jason Strobridge, and Raleigh Texada. These ones I don't care about. Dwayne Smoot will not be getting a new contract. He was a 2-year band-aid. But Zaven Collins, Isaiah Simmons, and Rondell Moore are in my plans for the future. If we can lock them down, I think that would be a major boost. I need to get one of these two locked down straight away. So I will be starting with Zaven Collins. He just seems to be the little bit cheaper. Right, Zaven Collins locked down. Next up, Isaiah Simmons. That would be the second mid linebacker. That is just a player that I really, really want to keep around. I'm going to give him a 4-year deal just to see. All right, so we got that done as well. Finally, it is Rondell Moore who I want to lock down as well. He's 25, so he will be getting a long-term deal, 5 years, 62 mil overall, salary 40.5 with a total cap hit due to the bonus that's going to be shed every year. That is what I don't like about the bonus, but yeah, sometimes you can wager with that, sometimes you can't. This time I'm just going to give the offer. Oh, that is a bummer. Okay, we're going to franchise tag him 29. All right, we're going to let him go. All right, in the first round of the free agents period, we have signed a new kicker, Evan Mcpherson. We needed a new kicker, and we've got a very, very good one. Pretty happy about that, to be honest. Rashod Bateman as a replacement for Rondell Moore, who wouldn't re-sign with us. And Tommy Taylor to get a dedicated fullback into the squad. He's actually pretty good, 22 years old, 77 overall. Scheme fit, very happy about this signing. For the draft in the year 2025. Christian Flowers was our first round pick. He is a right tackle. I wanted to see if we could get a solid right guard into the team here. Went for him. Then we went in the second round. We went for William Swinney, a 75 rated quarterback. Because at some point in time, I fear that maybe we'll need a backup for Kyler Murray. Not at the moment, but you never know. Hidden depth trait, the Sean Raleigh halfback, looking very, very nice. Super happy with this pick. He is a second round pick, number 15. Left outside linebacker, Matt Clifford, 65 overall. Here we go. Super interesting pick as well, but he's a backup, so he'll have time to develop. Bryce Richards, 69 overall, rookie out of Oregon, 21 years old. And looking quite nice. He will have time to develop. The age definitely is not that far-fetched. We've got Marco Moreland, 66 overall, 23-year-old rookie out of Northern Illinois. Strong safety, speed, acceleration, hit, power, pursuit, all very nice. A lot of attributes, still need a bit more time, but overall, I like it. Donnell Gooden is a cornerback rookie here, 71 overall, normal depth trait, but already very, very nice. Speed, acceleration, agility, jumping. These are the key attributes for these positions. We have a left tackle here, Grant Saxton. Again, looking nice, high strength, impact blocking, lead block. Not that great in the overall, but that doesn't really matter too much to me at the moment. And then we'll just be quickly covering those. Alonzo Ross, 5th round pick, 6th round pick, mid linebacker, left outside linebacker, and cornerback, 7th round pick. The squad for the next season. We have quite clearly improved to the offensive line here. Trevor Penning, Elgton Jenkins, Patterson was already there, Zach Center, and Dewan Jones also. I'm liking that these here are improving. I've got TJ Hockenson still as the tight end, super high rated. Irv Smith Jr. is there. The wide receiver core has been improved. We've got Marquise Brown, we've got James Addison, and here we've got Rashod Bateman. Cam Steele is also there, and a few other players that are also just good backup wide receivers. We also have a dedicated fullback who's injured at the moment, but he will be back, 78 overall. That is Taylor. Our halfback room is super well stacked. We've got Saquon Barkley, we've got Raleigh here, who's got a hidden depth trait. We've got Benjamin. Kyler Murray is our QB, of course. Behind him, Swinney and Wayne as the backup. On defense, we have also improved the team overall. I would say we've got Thompson at free safety. That is a very safe bet. We have improved this position here. We now have Barkley sitting at right outside linebacker. That was my aim, to bring him in and put him at that position. Zaven Collins, Isaiah Simmons have renewed their contracts. That was huge. Cam Thomas is still here. He's now a star dev. He was that a long time before, but he is continuously improving, and I'm really happy that he is fit again and not injured anymore. At a strong safety, Derwin James Sr. The corners are Greedy Williams, Mike Hughes still, but we have good quick corners coming behind them. Zack Allen right edge, left edge Bryce Huff, and Trysten Hill at D tackle. And again here, we also have a lot of depth at these positions. Special teams have been improved. We've got Jake Bailey, we've got Mcpherson here, Evan Mcpherson. The specialists have also been set. So I can only say we are ready for the next season. We're at the end of the 2025 season, and it looks like we've had a great season. 13-4. The Cardinals are solidly sitting atop the NFC West. Let's take a look at where we stand at the moment. We are the leading team in the NFL now. That is fantastic. Looking like we had a pretty good streak here with quite a lot of home wins. That's not what I wanted to do. That's all right, topping that as well. Well, basically, we're the first team, so that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's take a look where we are in the playoff bracket. We are through to the divisional round. Now, that is a super great success. I can't really put my finger on how happy I am at the moment, but our team really did very well against the 49ers, who seem to have progressed here against the Panthers in a gripping 17-14 game. So it's the first seed versus the 7th seed. All right, nothing more to add at the moment, really. Everybody's fit. I just checked that, and we are ready to proceed. All right, the following week, and we have won against the San Francisco 49ers in a 35-0 blowout. That is an insane result for a game. 35-0. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Let me take a look at the passing here. 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay. Trey Lance was thoroughly out of his depth. Rushing, we had Deshaun Raleigh, Kyler Murray, Alonzo Ross, Marquise Brown. Rushing, all right. No Saquon Barkley. That is interesting. What about receiving? Jordan Addison was Brown. Marquise Brown was great. TJ Hockenson, Rashod Bateman. But Addison and Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns apiece. Well done, guys. What a great game. All right, we're through. We're going to play against the Seahawks next in the divisional championship game. Let's see. Can we make it to the Super Bowl in this season? I think we are ready. Looking at the team, we have hardly any weaknesses left, but I'm just going to upgrade the players, and then I will be simming to next week. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and we are going to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have beaten the Seahawks. Obviously, I haven't checked the bracket yet. Let's do that together. 35-24. What a toughly contested game that must have been. What about the player stats? Let's take a look here. Kyler Murray, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. All right. Bryce Young was the opposing QB, who seems to be very good. What about rushing? Let's take a look here. 78 for Saquon Barkley. Kenneth Walker III did well. Kyler Murray, 41. Wow, what a mobile quarterback. TJ Hockenson on the receiving yards. Marquise Brown, Rashod Bateman, Jordan Addison, Saquon Barkley. A lot of players chipping in here. Who got the touchdowns? 2 Rashod Bateman. DK Metcalf got 2. And Jordan Addison also got 1. Wow, must have been quite the game here. I can't really say anything more to that because I'm just simming the games. We did have an injury before. Let me just take a look at the injury report. Do we still have injured players? Myjai Sanders, broken toe. All right, I will not be too concerned about that, to be honest. Let's take a look at the roster here that we will be putting up against the Jaguars. So we're gonna go for this option here. And looking at the roster, we are super well stacked on the left side. On the right side, we could be a little bit strong, but Derwin Jones has really developed very well. Zach Zinter also. Actually, not too sad about these developments here. Saquon Barkley seems to have gone up to his superstar dev trait, which is quite nice. Raleigh still not revealed, but he's improving very nicely. 81 overall. We've got Marquise Brown, we've got Rashod Bateman. No surprises over here. James Addison is a revelation, actually. On defense, are there any surprises? Zaven Collins is now a superstar X Factor. That is fantastic. Our mid linebacker, so happy that we managed to hold these two. That was such an important piece of the puzzle. Jalen Thompson went up to start dev trade again. And apart from that, no real surprises. Yeah, I think we are ready to go. Everybody's fit. Everybody's raring to play this game. I will be simming the game within the engine. And a little bit of an animation here. We can see our players for the first time in the engine now. We've been simming so much. The opposing QB is Phillips. That is interesting. I actually forgot to check the opposing team. Let me just do that quickly within the game now. All right, just taking a look at the depth chart here. I will not be changing anything, but we've got Brandon Phillips as the QB, 85 overall. He seems to be quite well developed, good rookie. Travis Etienne, Nate Winston, Kenny McIntosh, pretty tough running core. Fullback is Cole Davis. Wide receivers, Christian Kirk, Amon Ross and Brown, who they seemingly picked up free agency. Laviska Shenault Jr., Chris Bradfield completing the bunch here. Tight end, Chester Thomas, 87 overall. Foster Moreau also still there. Left tackle, Jonah Williams, 90 overall. Left guard, Andrew Voorhees. That's not Michael Voorhees. We're not in the Halloween universe. Lucas Patrick is the center. Brandon Scherf at the right guard position. Dylan Reduns at the right tackle. Isaiah Foskey, left edge. Right edge is Sterling Mobley, Kenny Clark. And for Lorenzo Fadokazi, our D tackles, that is dangerous. Left outside linebacker, Travon Walker, the #1 overall pick of the 2022 draft. Foyesade Oluwoku, mid linebacker, Devin Lloyd as well. Right outside linebacker, Josh Allen, DJ Reed Jr., corner, Shaquille Griffin as well. Marcus May is the free safety. And Julian Love, the strong safety. Kicker is Rodrigo Blankenship, and the punter is Logan Cook. We will have our work cut out for us, I can tell you that. All right, there we go. Let's see who will be on the board first. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the end of the second quarter. There is still so much time to go. Let us see. Can the Arizona Cardinals strike back? 10-0, 7-10. And now it's 14-10 at the end of the third quarter. This is quite exciting, actually. Third quarter, who is on the roll here now, back and forth, 17-10 for the Cards as the fourth quarter will begin. I will be going with the normal speed here. We will jump forward towards the next quarter just so that there's a little bit more time to comment the game. And here we go. The ball is underway. The game is underway. 4th and 8. A punt here by Logan Cook. Punt return, Jeff Pryor for 0 yards. All right, 1st and 10. A run here, 16-yard reception. Saquon Barkley, 8-yard rush. 2nd and 2 at the 37. 1st and 10. The Cardinals, 1-yard rush by Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 9. 3rd and 7. How far can we go here? Can we turn this around? Yes. 13-yard reception, Rashod Bateman. 1st and 10. 4-yard rush, Kyler Murray himself. 2nd and 6. 1-yard rush, Saquon Barkley. 3rd and 5. 1st and 10, Marquise Brown. All right, we are moving forward. 5-yard rush, Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 5. 8-yard rush, TJ Hockenson. Can we get inside? 1 yard only. And 2nd and 1 here, -1 yard. All right, 3rd and goal. This is exciting. Saquon Barkley also held here 2 yards, 3rd and goal. And I think that was, yeah, right. That was a touchdown. Extra point by Evan Mcpherson. 71-yard kick by Evan Mcpherson. Nate Winston fields A touchback, all right, so they will start at the 25. Incomplete pass by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Amon Ross and Brown moving forward here. 1 minute 33 in the fourth quarter. Christian Kirk with quite a long reception here. Foster Moreau, 8 yards, 2nd and 2, 7 yard by Foster Moreau. Again, 1st and 10. Incomplete pass by Brandon Phillips, thrown away 2nd and 10 at the 26. 3rd and 10. Can we hold them? And he is sacked by Bryce Huff. 4th and 17. A penalty for the offense as well. 4th and 22. Pass knocked away by Dwayne Spillman. And this will be a 3-yard rush here. We are on the ball. Deshaun Raleigh going for a run. 3rd and 2. 4-yard rush. We get a first down. 50 seconds left. I think it's safe to say that the Arizona Cardinals have won the Super Bowl in the year 2025. Kyler Murray has led his team to the World Championship. And it's time to celebrate on the pitch out there. Everybody's super happy and celebrating. I think this was a very, very good performance here. Let me know what you think of this way of showing you the Super Bowl, sort of simming along the game, and then just commenting the final quarter in more detail. Here is the Lombardi Trophy. Everybody want to see it. Everybody want to touch it. And yeah, everybody and their mom is celebrating up there. And here is the coach, Kyler Murray, as the QB to lift the Lombardi Trophy. He's still cradling it, slow motion. What a beautiful zone. And now he's pumping it. There we go. Kyler Murray did exceptionally well here. 77% completion rate, 3 touchdowns, pushing his team forward. Had a very, very good passer rating overall. The rushing was also pretty well done by the Cards here. Saquon Barkley, Kyler Murray. Now we've got Deshaun Raleigh with 12 yards here on the go. 61, of course, for Trevor Penning Jr. He was the leading rusher. But yeah, it was the overalls by our team. But receiving, Chester Thomas was the highest receiver. But then we've got Rashod Bateman, Marquise Brown, Jordan Addison, and Saquon Barkley all helping along here. And we've even got TJ Hockenson in there. Basically, a lot of players chipping in and not too much resting on the shoulders of 1 or 2 players. Overall, total tackles, we have Derwin James Sr. with the most tackles for loss, quite a few here by a few players. 3 sacks by Bryce Huff. What a player. We've got Isaiah Simmons, we've got Donnell Gooden, Greedy Williams, who picked up an injury, seemingly 1 interception by Derwin James Jr. And with that, I pressed the X too quickly. Now, we've moved ahead past the review of the last season, so we're going to do this via the lineup here. I wanted to show you some of the stats. Basically, let's take a final look at the Super Bowl winning champion team here. Kyler Murray has led his team to the Super Bowl. Let's just take a look at his stats. 5,057 yards, 36 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. If you compare that to the first season we played, it wasn't bad, but he has been continuously improving, not on the yards in the year 2023, but then continuously going up, while more or less keeping the interceptions at the same rate. And that is a huge achievement, and he was such an integral part of just pushing us to that Super Bowl win here. Saquon Barkley also did so well for the club here. Let's take a look at his yards. 1,414 rushing yards. That is such an improvement over the past 2 seasons. Of course, he's had more games to do that, but nevertheless, 19 touchdowns. He's been absolutely on fire. What a brilliant performance. Marquise Brown, James Addison, and Rashod Bateman have all delivered so well. So I really have to say I'm so amazed at what this squad has pulled off. Some of those wins were great. I mean, we really improved it quite a bit. Take a look here, 15 touchdowns for Marquise Brown, with almost as many receptions as last year. So definitely improving over time. The defense also did its part. It was really well set, and hardly anybody came through here. Looking forward, I don't know if there's any real issues at the moment. We've got young wide receivers we might have to replace. Marquise Brown at some point in time. We might have to replace TJ Hockenson at some point in time, but he's 29 right now. He's in the prime. I think he's got 1 or 2 good years left. On defense, it's basically the same thing. We have such a solid defense. Mike Hughes might be an issue. He's 29 now. He might be getting a little bit older here. We might need to replace him. Derwin James Sr., 30 years old. We might have to replace him at some point in time, but he's the best strong safety at the moment, so there's no need to do that. Looking into the future, I really see us going with this roster for 1 more year without any problems. And during that time, we could build up backups and new players to just relieve others. Maybe Elgton Jenkins, with 30 years old, he might start regressing. So that might also be a position that we could look at. But we have, for instance, we have Flowers here, who we could switch over to left guard. Might not be the same overall, but over time he would get better. We've got such solid backups here, Broderick Jones, and so on and so forth. So I think the team is really extremely well prepared for the future. Just looking back at that season, with those fantastic results, 13-4, then heading to the Super Bowl, that was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I mean, what better way to end this season? We've got a salary cap of 65.3 mil. And I think there will be a few players that we need to renegotiate with, but we've got the crucial ones locked down and signed to long-term deals. With all of these, I might return at some point in time, but for now, this quick and dirty rebuild is over. We have won the Super Bowl. We've got a team of champions here. And with that, I'm going to cut the episode. Hope you enjoyed this format. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or like and subscribe. That means so much to me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.